Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today we got us another big 22-ounce bomber from Pyramid. This was sent to me by Kate out there at Pyramid. These guys are out of Seattle, Washington. This is their Outburst Double or Imperial IPA, coming in at 8.5% according to Rate Beer, and they're saying the IBUs are 80 on this beer. Commercial description says the Outburst Imperial IPA is a high-impact workout for the senses, a crafty combination of 4 different hops and a dose of dry hopping. Powers Outburst to 80 IBUs strong. Its bold profile offers an aroma reminiscent of the Northwest hop fields at harvest time, along with spicy overtones of fresh citrus, seeking a harmonious balance in the hop overload. We've blended 4 different specialty malts to create a distinctive deep amber hue and a sweet caramel and roasty flavors. Says here are the malts for Two Row, Munich Caramel, and Cara Red. Hops are Chinook, formerly Nugget, Chinook, Centennial, and Simcoe. So maybe they've done several different versions of this. Maybe this is a single hop beer, I'm not sure. Because it says formerly they used Nugget, Chinook, Centennial, and Simcoe. And it says it was dry hop with Falconer's Flight. So that's all we need to talk about. So we're going to stop talking and open this big bottle up. And like I told you on the other 2 beers, these beers are dated, but you cannot see the dating on it with the beer in there, guys. And you barely can see it with the beer out of it. So we'll look at this one when I come back with the final chug. Nice little kiss on this. Into the glass we go. Definitely looks like a filtered beer. Didn't pour much of a head. I don't see unfiltered on here anywhere. So it must be a filtered beer. Hardly any heads, just barely covering the top of the beer. And it is a rich amber, almost to the red color. Almost looks like a red ale. Let's get a nose to it. A little bit of caramel and toffee. The hops are very subdued for a brewery that's in Seattle, Washington. I'm thinking they're doing a lot of beers like the breweries around here do. They're brewing a lot of transitional beers, stuff to get the Bud, Miller, Coors drinkers over into something with a little more taste. I would not consider this a West Coast style beer, guys. The hop profile is very subdued. I'm a little disappointed in what I've got from these guys so far. I'm getting some caramel, toffee, and some maltiness there, guys. Doesn't smell like a Pacific Northwest or a West Coast style beer. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Kate and the guys at Pyramid. Just like I said on the last one, the hop aroma is very subdued, and the taste is kind of subdued. I am getting, it does have a nice sweetness to it. A little bit of alcohol, not much. That will probably subside as it warms up. I am getting a slight hint of some hop presence in there. Maybe it's from the dry hops or something like that. Like I said, I can't read the date on it, so we'll take a closer look and see how old this beer is. She said that they were fresh bottles when I contacted her, when I couldn't see the dating on them. But I'm getting more caramel toffee, maybe a slight hint of a little bit of pine in there. But it is definitely no West Coast IPA as far as I'm concerned. So Got a feeling they're more of a transitional beer company, maybe. I don't know. I was kind of hoping to get something that would kind of blow my hair back or my socks off from these guys. I've got one more in the fridge, but it's an ale, I think. I don't think it's an IPA or a double IPA or anything. So I'm going to sip on it for a while, pour her a glass, and we'll see where it ends up. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while now. Looked at the bottle when I got back. It's got May the 5th, 2017 on it. I'm a little underwhelmed by that. I mean, I was expecting a whole lot more hop profile, especially somebody that's brewing in the Pacific Northwest. This, to me, tastes like something that I would get at a local brewery around here. More of a transitional type double IPA or Imperial IPA. I hate to say this, but I'm going to be blunt. I brew better beer than this. I do. I brew a much hoppier beer than this, even on an Imperial or a double IPA. They must be going for the transitional beer crowd. Something to get the Coors Miller Bud drinkers over into something that's got a little more taste. That's all I can figure out here, guys, because I was kind of hoping for a little bit better than what I've been getting. This is the third one out of the 4 they've sent me, and they've all been a little underwhelming. I just hate to be that way, especially when somebody like Kate has taken the initiative to send me some of their beers to try, but they've been a little underwhelming. And the dating, you cannot see that dating with the beer in there. Absolutely impossible. Cannot do it. And then, like I said, not yesterday, but the other day when we did the last one from them, I couldn't hardly see it with the beer out of it. This one was a little clearer to see with the beer out of it. But still, you cannot see it. They do need to change their ink color. Something a little brighter. They may sell a little more beers. To be honest with you guys, I've had much better double IPAs than this. I hate to be that blunt, but I'll try to be as honest as I can here. And once they see these beer reviews, I probably won't get any more beers from these people. But I'm going to tell you like it is. Final chug. Even now that it's warmed up, more malty, caramel, toppy taste than a hop profile. That's not what I'm after on an Imperial IPA. This tastes like a beer that's been in the bottle 4, 5, even 6 months, where the hops have faded and you're getting more maltiness and stuff on that. A little bit of alcohol. It's not outstanding to me, guys. I don't think this is an A beer. As much as I hate to say it, because you know, a lot of times you say you shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, but I try to be as honest as I can. To be honest with you, I probably would not buy this beer, especially with the dating code they're putting on it, and you can't read it with the beer in there. I am so sorry, Kate, and the guys out there at Pyramid. Maybe y'all do make some other beers that are more hoppier or more whatever, more taste. There are some breweries around here that they don't bottle or can their outstanding beers. They do their typical, I call this like their typical beers, to get some of the transitional beer drinkers over into something with a little more taste. But if you go to their breweries, the little brew pub breweries that they do their things in, you can sometimes find some bourbon barrel aged stuff or something that has small batch versions that are a little tastier than what they typically put out. I don't know about these guys, whether they do that or not. But to me, guys, this is not what I was expecting. A little underwhelmed. B+ as far as I'm concerned. I would put this at an 88 on the scale. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says 85. So I'm giving it a better number than those guys are. Over to Rate Beer says 89. I'm 1 digit off from that. And over for our final check-in, Untapped has it at 3.55, which is in their B range, not even in the B+. So, it's a B beer, guys. I think basically that's what it is to me. If you're just getting into the beers, this is liable to blow your hair back or your socks off. For the seasoned craft beer drinker, I don't think this is going to impress you very much. So, I hate to say it, but that's how I feel about it. So, if you've had this one from Pyramid Breweries or Outburst Imperial IPA, let me know what you think. Come on back tomorrow. Let's see what's in that fridge.